Hello, yogis, and welcome to our Tuesday Kundalini yoga practice. Today, we are going to focus on spinal health. So, when we think about the spine is connected from the low back all the way into the skull. And when we have a healthy spine, we have a healthy life. The spine, it takes in information from the rest of the body, gets it to the brain so that the brain can send out messages and information to our glands, to our immune system. I mean, the spine is the superhighway of the body. So the more vitality we can have in our spine, the more ease of movement, the more ease of, we want this pliability in our spine. The more overall health and well-being we have. So that's what makes this Kriya really important. Just like every Kundalini practice, we will start by tuning in, rubbing our palms together. So our opening chant is Ong Namo, Gurudev Namo. And what this means is I bow to the teacher within. I bow to the teacher within. I bow to the wisdom within. And as we connect to this energy, as we tap in and tune into this, we acknowledge that we are our greatest guide. I am here sharing this practice with you, but ultimately you are your greatest guide. So if there is anything throughout today's practice that doesn't feel right or good for you in your body or your mind or your emotions or your spirit, know that you can switch, modify, and find what does feel right for you, creating that space to discover what is right for us as the individual in this moment. Let's plug our thumbs into our sternum. Take a deep breath in as you get tall from the sit bones through the crown of the head. Full breath out. And again, big breath in. Feel the breath expand within the body. Full breath out. One more full body breath, taking in as much air as you can, lengthening through the crown of the head. And open mouth exhale, breathe it out. And let's chant Ong Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times. You can say it out loud, you can hum it, you can just listen, totally up to you. Deep breath in. Om Namo Dev Namo. Om Namo Dev Namo. Om. Excuse me. Taking a moment to bow to the teachers who have come before us, who have passed this tradition on, this knowledge, this wisdom on from teacher to student, and now from me to you. Taking a moment to bow to our guides, our angels, our loved ones who are watching over us. Whatever it is that you feel is larger than yourself, taking a moment to bow to that. And then taking a moment to bow to the unconditional love that is our essence, that is within us, ready for us to tap into at any time, to any degree, to any depth, that is always, always there, that unconditional love that is our essence. To start today's practice, we're just going to come into something a little silly and just shake those hands out. And let's let the hands come down by the side and just kind of shake the hands, shake the body, just shaking out anything that we want to release, anything that we want to let go of, anything that we just want to giggle about. And let's let the hands come down onto the knees. As we come into our seated cat-cow, inhale, arch the spine forward, shine the chest forward, and then exhale, round the spine back. And inhale, arch, and exhale, round. And inhale, arch, and exhale, round. And I encourage you here to close down your eyes and really find this rhythmic movement in your own body with your breath. So let the breath be the guide of the movement. Let the breath guide the body. Inhale, arch forward, and exhale, round back. Focus on the breath, focus on the movement. Trust your pace, trust your rhythm, trust your body, trust your breath. And let's come through center. Get nice and tall, keeping those palms flipped, palm facing down. And let's take a few deep breaths, just observing the energy that was created in the body, observing the breath. For our next movement, we're going to shift ourselves onto our knees into hero's pose. If this is not comfortable for you in any way, you can continue to sit with your legs crossed or extend your legs straight out in front of you. Find what feels right for you. Find that seated, grounded position that's sustainable for you. And it's the same type of movement, except for we are on our knees and we're going to arch forward, round back. And as you round back, really draw the belly button to the spine, pressing that low back in. And then inhale forward and exhale, round back. Inhale forward, exhale, round back. And it's almost like there is a rock or a tilt through the pelvic bone. As you draw the belly button back, press back, inhale forward, exhale round. Inhale forward, exhale round. And let's get nice and tall through center. Close down the eyes. Keep the palm flipped down. Take a few deep breaths, noticing, observing the energy in the body, observing any sensations. And then let's shift ourselves back into our seated position. Once again, if seated is uncomfortable for you, know that you can use props in any way that feels better, or you can extend your legs out in front of you straight. Just find, you can also sit in a chair. That absolutely works too. Find what feels right for you. And we're going to bring our hands onto our shoulders, fingers in the front, thumbs in the back. And inhale to the left, exhale to the right. I invite you here to close down your eyes. Bring your gaze to that third eye point, the space between your brows, as you inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Keep that breath steady and audible as you shift from side to side. Let's come through center. Let the hands come down onto the thighs, palms facing down. Close down your eyes, get nice and tall. And again, observe what you feel through the body. If there's any organic movement that it feels like the body needs after that movement, feel free to take that. It might feel good to kind of tuck the chin to the chest and draw the shoulders back and down. It might feel good to shift from side to side through the neck. Maybe it feels good to roll through the shoulders. Just anything that allows you for some relief, some release, some ease. And we'll come back to that neutral space, taking a couple deep breaths. Next, we're coming into bear grip. So you're wanting to bring the left hand forward and the right hand back and clasp the thumbs together in front of your heart space as you draw your elbows wide. Now, how this works is we're going to shift the elbows up and down as we pull the hands apart, and you're linking your breath to your movement. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. And what I like to imagine that this is doing is, yes, we are working through the thoracic spine, so it is benefiting our spinal health, but it's also clearing out our heart chakra. So with the hands in front of the space, I like to imagine that I'm breaking through the walls that I've built up around my heart. Between my heart and the world around me, sometimes we can go through painful experiences and we can build up those walls of protection. And I like to imagine that this is breaking through those walls. Link your breath to your movement. You can close down your eyes and find your pace and your rhythm. And let's let the hands come down. Let's actually shake those hands out again. Shake them up, shake them to the side, shake them down. Let's do one more time as we come up, shake them out. As we come down, let the hands rest on the thighs. Let the shoulders sink away from the ears. And let's take a few deep breaths here. We're coming back into our spinal flex, but we are going to do less. Do less. So as you come forward, just a little arch forward, and then as you press back, just a little press back. Arch forward, press back. Arch forward, press back. So in the first couple spinal flex movements, we were really looking for that full range of motion. This time we're just looking for that little range of motion. So less motion through the chest, more motion through the mid-back. So more pelvic tilt almost as you press forward and back, press forward and back. Come through center. Let's take a moment, lean back and pedal at the legs. And for the next movement, let's sit with our legs extended out in front of us. And what we're doing is shoulder shrugs. Stay as tall as you can through your spine. Inhale, shoulders up, and exhale, release them down. Inhale, shoulders up, and exhale, release them down. Let's inhale, lift up, 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 up. Suspend the breath. And exhale, let the shoulders sink down. Let's come back into that easy seat. Maybe take the opposite foot that feels less natural on top. And we're going to drop our right ear, right shoulder, through center, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale as you come through center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, center. Just find a rhythm, a pace that works for you. Let's take a moment at center, tuck the chin to the chest, draw the shoulders back, lengthen the crown forward, and then slowly, gently roll right ear, right shoulder, left ear, left shoulder. Right ear, right shoulder, left ear, left shoulder. Come through center. Coming back into that bear grip, left hand forward, right hand back. And we're going to inhale as we lift up and exhale as we lower. Inhale up, exhale lower. Powerful breath here. Let the hands come all the way down. Take a moment, roll out those shoulders. And we're going to come into Sat Kriya before we end our practice today. So Sat Kriya is more of a meditation. There is a chant that goes along with it. And then there's also a breath practice. So ideally, you sit on your knees. We're going to do this for 3 minutes. 3 minutes, okay? And then you clasp your hands together and keep your pointer finger extended and cross your thumbs. Then bring the arms up overhead. And then we say Sat as we pull the belly button in, Nam as we release. So we're pumping the belly button almost like breath of fire, except for Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. I invite you to close down your eyes, focus on that third eye gaze, and let's go 3 minutes, drawing the elbows in, pointing the fingers up, Sat, Nam, 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 Sat, nam 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 sat, sat, nam 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 sat, sat nam 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 sat nam. Inhale, sat, suck it in, pull it in, everything comes up, 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 up. Inhale, sat, and nam. Run the hands through the energy field, letting them come down as we shift ourselves onto our backs, slowly, gently, into our final resting pose. You may come in and need to bring the knees into the chest, maybe rocking from side to side. And maybe sending those legs out long, arms up overhead. Take a deep breath in as you stretch and lengthen. Full breath out, let the body sink into the floor. And we'll just take these last few minutes for rest, relaxation, release. And slowly, gently draw your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your hands around your knees. Gently rock from side to side. Grab the backs of your legs. Rock yourself all the way up, coming into a seated position. Let's bring the palms to touch as we tuck our chin to our chest, bowing our head. Taking a moment to acknowledge our physical self, our mental self, our emotional self, and our spiritual self. Knowing that this practice helps us to connect, understand, and strengthen our relationship to and through these different layers. Taking a moment to acknowledge yourself for creating the time and the space for your practice, for yourself. Being grateful for this time, this connection, this awareness. We'll close out today's practice with the longtime sun blessing and one long Sat Nam. Again, Sat Nam means truth is my essence. I am one with truth. And as we chant that, we align ourselves with that truth that is within us. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Deep breath in. Sa Nam. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing in this space, for sharing in this practice. It is always my honor to share this practice with others. If you enjoyed this class, know that you can come back to it, like it, favorite it, share it, do whatever you do on the platform that you are in. Again, my name is Jill Entignat, the lead trainer and founder of Yogi Institute, an online yoga school and studio. I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon on your mats. And until then, may your light be your guide.